Hey guys, and welcome back to Resident Evil 7. We are closing in on the end, it seems like. And being very gutted that I didn't take that last backpack upgrade. What? Mate, you're ripping the piss now. Handgun ammo. No room for it. Yeah, shotgun shells. Perfect. Fuck's sake, dude. No, none of your shite. Alright, that's my setup, and that's what we're going with. And we're going to have a Pete fight. We're going to have a Pete boss fight here. That's exactly what the fuck's going to happen. Alright, you're currently loaded with high damage rounds. A ton of pistol rounds. Fucking ton of them. Oh fuck, that's not what I meant. I was trying to change it for psycho stems and yeah, ended up just grenading nothing. I was trying to get a fucking shot so I didn't waste it. There we go. Just fuck these bombs, man. Thing is, I can't trust any of these to not be wired. So I'm just going to use a little bit of handgun ammo. Oh, you dick. There we go. For these little fuckers, I'm just going to use a shotgun again. So much easier. Anything in here? Yes. Oh baby, some magnum ammo. No. Fuck's sake. Can't. I literally can't pick up that magnum ammo. I just legit don't have enough space for it. Hey buddy. Fuck you, dick. I need to use 3 more shotgun rounds before I can pick up that magnum ammo. Fuck's sake. Ah. Alright. Hey, looks like we're gonna get rid of this last round then. Fuck's sake. Calm your hamster. Right, time to go and pick up that magnum round. I've used enough shotgun now that I have a single slot, so I can pick up the magnum round and then load it into it. Right, we've got I've got some magnum bullets, I've got a ton of actually I have a ton of these. I'm going to swap for the magnum right now, and then I can just swap them. I can swap the magnum in or out at my leisure. Burner fuel I just don't want being in my inventory, to be fair. Just a waste of a slot at this moment in time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gotta save ammo. Alright. How many have I got? I've got two each of those. Is there a chest in here? No. Load of fucking herbs and nothing else. Friday, January 16th. Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clearing back to normal and she still thinks she just got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one too. Mom and Dad are still totally under, though I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her? It's kinda fucked up. I bitch Maya's somewhere between EV La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in a cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would get mad since Maya's her favourite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Maya's her mummy. Like I says, your bioweapon's fucked up. Evelyn's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Maya not coming around. Or Mia. But it's a pain in the ass for me, because I've got to clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. By the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin's getting all wrinkly and she's getting grey hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. Making fucking meth here or something? So he actually knew about it. He knew it was a bioweapon and was in contact with whoever it was. And this salt mine's somehow connected to it all. This report details the symptoms that appear when the bacterium that grows inside of the E series infects a human. Be sure to read this document thoroughly before dealing with E series weaponized assets, hereafter referred to as mold. The mold ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly takes over cells within the body. As a side effect of this, the infected subject gains remarkable regenerative abilities. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from test subjects and found they were able to co-opt the amputated limbs in a matter of minutes. Mid-stage infection. Once the mold reaches the brain, the subject's thoughts become in tune with those of the E-series asset. The subject starts to hear things and experience hallucinations, and soon comes under complete control of the E-series asset. If this state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mold, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case, but all result in him or her acquiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject at this stage would be extremely difficult. So it's the E virus, the E series as they're calling it. "5 minutes after dose, vomiting. E necrotoxin E series dosage test. 10 minutes after dose, death. 12 minutes after dose, cell calcification. It's interesting. Necrotoxin destroys cells of subjects based on the E-Series bioweapon model. Used only for disposal of an E-Series asset. Toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of E-Series cells in a neurotoxin container. I knew that I would need this. That's horrible though. E-Series necrotoxin. So that's not the... That's not the cure, because the cure was red and that's green, and I know colours. And I know science. This project was instigated in 2000 as one of the several concepts for the company's NextBAS, Next Generation Experimental Battlefield Superiority Initiative, I couldn't fucking say that, working with technical assistance from HCF to develop a bioweapon for neutralising combatants en masse with minimal direct combat. NextBAS was later folded and all its assets diverted to this project. What makes this project markedly different from conventional weapons is its ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing servants. Since this effectively eliminates the cost of not only POW handling, prisoner of war handling, but also combat itself, it's no wonder we had the Redacted and even the Redacted organisation chomping at the bit to get on board. The project would never have existed if it were not for the discovery in Redacted of Redacted, the remarkably progressed Vicariant evolution fungus that we commonly term the fabrication method for each bioweapon was to introduce the mutamacete genome to a pre-stage 4 human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment over a period of 38 to 40 weeks. The resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and graded based on usability from the impracticality and faulty series A through D to the perfected E series. A common appearance was selected for the bioweapons, that of a roughly 10-year-old girl, to ensure the ease of blending in with urban or refugee populations. The first E-series specimen, named Evelyn, has proved capable of secreting the mutamacete Redacted from her tissue at will. It is also of note that Evelyn's mutamacete imposes a profound control over body and mind when introduced into a host organism. We still have a lot to learn about the mechanism by which Evelyn achieves and maintains this control, but the working theory is that the vector is similar to the auto-inducer pheromones used for quorum sensing in Pseudomonas bacteria. Fucking hell. Evelyn's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, the first of which is hallucination. Almost immediately after infection, the subject begins to see images of Evelyn, though she is not in fact there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to anyone else. Auditions with infected subjects throughout the stages of infection reveal that at first the phantom Evelyn appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship or assistance. As time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. The psychological shock this induces helps to break down the mind's natural barriers to Evelyn's brainwashing effect, and by the time mental control is achieved, the mutamachete infection has progressed throughout the body's cells, so the body redacted. Mutamachete? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm hoping that me pronouncing mutamacete isn't messing with anyone's brains too much. Evelyn's functions also include the ability to form organisms of mycelia, the fungal filaments. The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are organisms formed of countless mycelia. What's important though is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Their fungal toughness and remarkable strength give them significant battlefield potential. The researchers have been calling these organisms the moulded, made of mould, and also moulded as in shaped. The name has a certain elegance to it. For the treatment of accidental infections, performing redacted on samples of Evelyn's body tissue produces a unique fungicidal serum. Administering the serum to an infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify, but if the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal. Since the treatment window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to redacted would enhance its effects to extreme potency, becoming a compound we now call E-necrotoxin, which redacted in even tiny amounts. What's been interesting to observe is Evelyn's behaviour and her obsession with the concept of family. In experiments we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if they were really if she were really their daughter. Why she settled upon family is a theme for her mental control. This is just speculation, but it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited to blending into social groups than a lone girl. On the other hand, well, a sentimental sort might suggest that she's making up for a perceived lack of love in her quarantined upbringing, a parent's love. I am. More heavy episode. Alright. Some more flame rounds, eh? Swish. Ooh, okay, I don't need these. Not gonna need that knife anymore. There's a lot of flame rounds there as well. Am I gonna need anything else for this next section? Take some chem fluid, make some more health. There's gunpowder, there's chem fluid. Take more chem fluid and have a look at this injector. Nothing interesting. There we go, make another health out of it. Pretty much all we can do. Right, let's save it. And before what can only be before what can only be hoped as the final boss fight, or guesstimated as the final boss fight, I'm going to call it an episode there, guys. So as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Stu, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.